Hi, it's Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How is everybody today? Hopefully you're starting to feel more of this more light-hearted energy starting to kick in, and that it's getting us out of this feeling of being down deep in the depths. Still swimming in there a little bit for me. I would say I'm still sort of having those moments where it's still intense and figuring things out, but essentially I'm moving much more to the bigger picture ideals and getting excited about different opportunities and how life can broaden and expand. It's definitely dancing between the two energies still, but more and more I'm feeling positive about where I'm headed and what I'm doing, which is really good, because essentially the energies we should be experiencing with the Mercury Venus in Sagittarius, they're both there now. So we should be moving out of those depths and looking at the big picture and seeing things as very straightforward, blunt, but having hope connected to it. So, like how you're feeling about your twin flame connection right now could be a very straightforward, blunt energy. Like there's not, even though, look, I'm not going to lie, I'm still diving into my emotions at times, even having a little cry now and again to shift energy to move it forward. But overwhelmingly, I feel like everything is pretty straightforward in where I'm heading and what I want to do. Now, what's going to come in to start to enhance that energy, and I'm a little sort of we're on the south side of this energy as yet, but the new moon in Sagittarius, we're looking at that here in Australia. We're at the 24th, but in other parts of the world it'll hit on the 23rd, and it is the first lunation since that really turbulent eclipse season. So if you've been like me and you've had a really, really rough eclipse season, lots of different things happening in that energy to shake you up and stir you up, powered on then by the 1111 portal. Any energies that would feel like you feel trapped, you feel out of luck, like life isn't flowing, this next new moon that's in Sagittarius is actually going to also align with Jupiter. Is going to go direct. Now Sagittarius is the the new moon is going to be in Sagittarius, and Jupiter is going to go direct right before the new moon, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So we've got these, this Sagittarius energy is coming on strong. Now Jupiter is the energy of wanting us to really tackle our dreams, expand our mindset, think about our inner connections and our self-care. So there's this idea that as we move into more of these Sagittarius energies, and the way, the new moon in Sagittarius, it's the first lunation since that really, really turbulent eclipse season. The idea is that life will settle and we'll start to broaden our horizons, and we'll be less troubled by the nuances, like all of the little things that might be keeping us trapped or keeping us out of having life flowing for us. It's a perfect opportunity time or opportunity if you've got dreams, creative dreams, if you've got vision. This is the perfect time to start to expand your mindset on those things, right? Let's have a look. Now, I'm going to say it as well. There could even be new love showing up. There could be soulmate connections showing up under this energy. I know this is a twin flame reading, and probably sort of not what you'd expect me to be saying, but soulmates can come along in these energies to sometimes they catalyze, sometimes they stick around for a while. But soulmate energies can definitely appear for the purpose of expanding our view. It gets us out of the minuscule energies connected to what we're focusing on in twin flame energies. So look, I'm not going to be surprised if new love comes out in these readings, and this is not going to be for everybody naturally, but if it applies to you, sometimes new love is a catalyst for moving the broader picture along. So let's have a look into these energies, divine feminine, and see what's going on for you. Then we'll look at divine masculine, and we'll put our third layer on of going, what does divine masculine, how are they holding divine feminine right now? What are they thinking? What's on that bridge? And then we'll have some divine love oracle. Let's go. Let's get ourselves a reading. Righto, Page of Swords, straight up, communication, wanting to connect and talk. Four of Cups, the world. What have we got here? We've got the Eight of Swords as the challenge. We've got the Five of Wands as the advice. And we've got the Six of Wands. I'm not kidding, am I, Divine Feminine? Right, a victory. Excuse me. It's been a very windy day here today, and it's given me a little bit of the sniffles. Sorry about that. But like straight out of the bat, this is exciting energy given what we've just talked about with the Jupiter and Sagittarius energies, and seeing this victory after a long battle. You know, like Six of Wands comes after you've done your work. You've got graduation and a battle there. I'll dive into it properly, but let's have a look what's underneath the deck. I'm not kidding, am I? A new offer of love. Feels like it. Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, Magician, and the Empress. Look, seriously, there's something on the breeze at the moment that feels to me like we're just going to broaden our horizons on every front, Divine Feminine, and we're not going to let ourselves be trapped or feel like we're out of luck or that our life isn't flowing. So if a new connection comes along, I don't want you to feel trapped by the doctrine of twin flames. You know, like soulmates come along for a bunch of different reasons, and I just don't want you to be trapped by the doctrine if a new connection comes along. So what have we got? We've got the Empress, we've got the Magician, and we've got the Judgment, which is, it's an interesting energy because the Empress has, you know, you've done all you can bloody do, haven't you? You've done all you can do to be connected to the universe. You've been connected to the earth plane. You've been loving and caring and nurturing, and you've done everything that you can possibly do. And you go, now I feel like I'm trapped. I'm out of luck. Like life isn't flowing. What's going to happen under that energy? I've done all that I can do, and the result still is not where I want it to be. The Magician comes along and says, we need every element in place to be able to turn around your fortunes, to be able to allow you to feel like you're not trapped, that life is flowing. We need all of the elements to be working for you. Now, we're talking swords, we're talking pentacles, we're talking wands, and we're talking cups, right? So the way you think, how you show up in life, the things that you're passionate about, and the love that you feel. Now, if you are feeling trapped out of luck and life isn't flowing, you are not sitting in the energy of the Empress, right? And sometimes we need to review the situation and go, where is it that I'm not holding one of these elements to the point where I can, because remember, the goal is for your soul to ascend. The icing on the icing on the cake is that you get to have a physical union, but it's not the goal. The goal is to have your soul to ascend. So sometimes it's deemed necessary for a catalyst energy to come into the scenario. And I'm going, right now, if you were really, really seriously looking at how these elements are working for you, Divine Feminine, are you thinking really, really clearly? Have you got the ability to be stable or expand your income or stabilize where you're living? Is the Pentacles working for you? Wands, what are you passionate about? Have you got something to focus your energy in on, even if it is understanding the soul journey and the ascension or the twin flame doctrine? I feel like what's really missing for the Divine Feminine right now is anybody filling our cup. It just feels like we've been, you know, like if life isn't flowing because we're emptying our cups and there's nothing coming back into it, and it's this feeling of going out of luck. I feel trapped in my scenario and that life isn't flowing. And this is a big judgment call, to stand in front of the divine and go, what now? What now? If for me to make massive transformation in my life, I need all of these elements playing out for me in a balanced way, because lead will not turn into gold. True alchemy requires a very, very specific formula. And the Empress is going, well, if I'm truly to turn my situation into gold, divine, but at the moment I'm feeling like there's part of that equation that is missing. I need some level of adjustment to take place. Enter Jupiter. Enter Jupiter in its going direct through Pisces, which is going, where is this inner connection? What is self-care? What is going to expand a positive mindset? What is going to help you tackle your dreams? What is missing out of this equation? And it might be different for everybody, but like Divine Feminine, I just have got this energy through that going, it's okay at this point in time. Like, don't feel trapped by the doctrine. If a soulmate comes along, sometimes they come along simply to catalyze your journey, to stop you from chasing, to stop you from sending energy down the wire that is preventing your situation from transforming. It feels like an energy that's sort of on the breeze. So, and then like I feel sort of more convicted by that when I'm looking into these energies and see the Wheel of Fortune shows up. So this is like a dramatic change of mindset, isn't it? Like when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, we're doing a 180, and we're going from where I was headed, or what I was feeling like that path was the only pathway that I could take. Enter Jupiter, and I'm going to set you free. I'm going to broaden your horizons. I'm going to get you untrapped. I'm going to make you feel lucky. I'm going to allow your life to flow. You're going to be knowing how to move forward in an energy that is it's based in going, look, it's straightforward and it's blunt and it's the big picture ideal. And sometimes spirit goes along, for me to get you where you need to be, I need to introduce a catalyst, right? We've got this Three of Pentacles energy, and if you've seen my readings before, you know I call this a big twin flame card. Right up there, you've got your connection is safe and sound in the 5D, right? And you've got the divine, the masculine, and the feminine. And here, I just feel like there's an introduction of energy to this connection that doesn't come from our divine masculine. It will be interesting when we get into that reading and go, why are we sitting on this Wheel of Fortune where we're doing a 180 to get life flowing? How are they going to get us to flow? Three of Pentacles keeps us pretty much trapped with the doctrine. This is an introduction of new energy, of new love, which is like I started this reading going, I don't know who this is for. I don't know where this message is coming from, but it hit me today that there's going to be catalyst soulmates enter the picture over the next little bit, and it's designed to help divine feminine reimagine a feeling. Like I said, it feels like for a long time this cup has been being drained. It's been tipping all out, and not enough has been coming back in to fill it, and we've been filling them ourselves, haven't we? We've done that with the divine, and I feel like this energy is going to catalyze the next phase of the journey. Don't be surprised if it's catalyzed by an external entity comes in and wants to fill your cup, divine feminine. And the kicker of this is it's perfectly in line with your karmic journey. I'm just like, this is message is probably not going to be for everybody. The collective is a pretty large scenario, but and this catalyst energy could be that you find a new creative endeavor. It could exist outside of being a physical representation of new love showing up. You could fall in love with, if you're like me, you're an artist, you could fall in love with painting again. And this energy represents that new love that you feel on that level. It could represent anything that reinvigorates filling your cup. Now, if it's a person that comes in, I just want you to know that it's okay. It feels like it's really in line with what this soulmate journey is doing right now. It's catalyzing the energy. Here's your journey, and here's your mission, and here's an addition of energy that reinvigorates filling your cup or feeling a sense of romantic love. And it's funny because I'm not attributing this to divine masculine. I'm seeing it as an energy outside, because here's our divine connection here, and I'm seeing this as an energy outside of it that is in line with a karmic turn to catalyze and shift it 180 degrees. Interesting energy, isn't it? And I was feeling that before I started the reading. I was like, oh, we're gonna have soulmates join the collective mix. Page of Swords comes in because the universe wants people communicating. That's not surprising given we've got Mercury and Sagittarius, and that's not a natural fit, is it? Mercury and Sagittarius. Sagittarius is connected to Jupiter, so Mercury could probably agitate that energy, and it goes, I don't want to talk about minute details. I think talking about soap operas or what happened on Days of Our Lives or Home and Away, wherever you're based in, I think it's going to drive people balmy. Like, the energy is designed to get to a more broad ideal or a bigger picture, throw into the mix that we're being asked to expand our mindset in a positive direction to go after our dreams. Like, this energy wants to talk, but talk about big ideals. Because look at this, the Four of Cups, right? The Four of Cups, it can represent a bunch of different things, the Four of Cups, but when I go, what what it's sitting next to and where it shows up. It goes, I want to talk. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about things that I'm focused on in the 5D. I want to talk about the big picture ideals. I don't want to have to wallow in my tipped over cup over here. I don't necessarily, like, I feel like self-love is something I have playing out for, like, divine feminine's come a long way in understanding who she is and what she's about. She's happy to have her connection on the shelf, safe and sound, knowing it's fine in 5D. She's looking for bigger stories to talk about. How do I move myself into the direction where life wants to flow? See this water? You're sitting in it and it wants to flow over you. It doesn't want you to feel trapped in any way, shape, or form. But it's interesting because what's in the challenge? Look, I will go back to the world over there, but look what the challenge is. It's the complete opposite of this energy, isn't it? Like, this energy is allowing energy to flow over you so that you're able to expand your mind, expand your spirit, expand your experience, and communicate about it. And over here in the challenge position is not to get trapped in overthinking. And this was something that was coming through at me when I was meditating on the energies that were coming in. It's going, there's a force coming in, that is, this energy is coming in, right? Knight of Cups, whatever it represents in your world, it's designed to catalyze the energy so that your cup feels full again. Now, that can be a challenge if this presents as a new person. This can be a challenge if it does anything that takes you off what you perceive to be your twin flame journey, right? So this can get you up in your head going, well, I don't want a catalyst energy in my energy field. I don't need that. I'm just going to keep stuck in my lane and just continue to feel trapped by all of the thoughts I have about my twin flame, and waiting on them to grow up, understand, move in the direction that you need to for these connections to do what they need to do on mission. But this is your challenge, is to not get stuck in that ideal and to allow this catalyst energy to birth so that you can move forward. Here, look, this is interesting, isn't it? Because the advice from Spirit is that you're going to have friction to the idea. You're going to have friction to the idea of letting this catalyst energy in. It's going, no, it doesn't feel right. I'm here and I'm waiting for my twin flame, and only my twin flame will do. But what if you can't get to that status if you don't allow the catalyst energy in? What if your catalyst energy, if it shows up for a person for you, is simply designed to stop you from chasing? Because if you continue to pour chaser energy into the connection, it's never going to grow and evolve. And sometimes Spirit has to do something that feels like it's going to cause friction or going to cause disruption in order to get you to move. But what is the likely outcome is that you are victorious. After a long battle, after moving through overthinking and feeling friction to the energy, you come into a level of success. Now, in the soul space, this is the kicker, right? When you can understand the nature of the twin flame doctrine, you will never be afraid of a catalyst energy. You won't, because anything that you're aligning with, reality is going to be right 100% of the time. So if a catalyst energy needs to be brought in to evolve your soul, it will happen. And what your soul wants to do, the world is one of the most powerful cards in tarot. It is like, we've got 22 stations of the major arcana, and you move through those stations in your process. The world card in your soul, that says your soul is evolving into a higher level of understanding. If you are a spiritual practitioner, you can dive into your bag and you can heal yourself of just about any turbulence that comes your way energetically. Like, it really is a powerful, powerful alignment to have the world in the soul space and to have the victory as the likely outcome. It doesn't matter what's going to come your way. What this catalyst energy is that's designed to do a 180 on you or to waken up your thinking, it's designed so that you don't feel trapped, that you don't feel out of luck, and that your life is flowing. That your life is like, energy is flowing, not getting stuck or stagnant. And if a catalyst is required, if this friction is required to get you moving, I guarantee you Spirit will bring it along. Righto, let's have a look into divine masculine energy and see what their contribution to the discussion is. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Divine Feminine has a catalyst arriving on the scene. How is this playing out in Divine Masculine land? Isn't it funny? I had a quick look just then, and at the bottom of that shuffle was the page of Swords. So, you know, it just gave me a little quick look to see that it was there. So communication, like these ideals want to be communicated. Let's one more shuffle, and then yeah, these stick a little bit. Right, what do we got? Divine Masculine. Tell me a story. King of Swords and the Page of Swords. Righto. And oh gosh, we've got the Five of Wands. We have got the Two of Wands. We have got the Nine of Cups. We have got bloody hell, Seven of Swords in there, and we have got the World as the likely outcome. Isn't this an interesting read? Bottom of the deck. 1, 2. Oh, look there. This card wanted to be seen. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have a look. Ooh, okay. King of Wands. Oh my gosh, look at this as a sequence. I don't know how this catalyst energy is designed to play out, but when I kind of do, but let's roll with it. Twin flames, and we talk about the split particle experiment, how, you know, you come down here as one particle, they split them, you know, and you apply a force on this particle, and this particle over here is reacting. This is what I'm seeing playing out. So it's like the ideal that, you know, twin flames are always one. There's not nothing in the nothing, and if one is evolving, the other is two. Like you can't. What is being applied, a force that's being applied here is being affected here. I'm not going to dive massively into that energy, but I do have a playlist, if you haven't heard me explain it before, over there called Key Concepts, where you can look into these ideals more broadly. But essentially, it is going, the force that is applied on one particle is going to affect the other one, and proving that there's not nothing in the nothing. And twin flames reflect this ideal. The force that's applied to the divine feminine will affect the masculine, and vice versa. There's not nothing in the nothing. So now, why that's relevant is we apply a catalyst force into the energy of the divine feminine. What happens to divine masculine? The King of Wands has a death. Massive, right? Massive. The King of Wands in, you know, look, the King of Wands has an energy of going after and taking action. It's a very, can be represented as a somewhat selfish energy. Is he passionate? Does he have drive? Does he go after the energy of his? Yeah, he does. But it can also have the energy of being quite a selfish or ego-driven king. You know, the actions that he's taken are very selfish or self-directed, and not necessarily what's for the benefit of all. It's the benefit of him. But this energy, you can almost say this is representing, not that I say that you should have a death to the ego, but you should have a death to an over-exaggerated ego, is kind of how I'm reading it. Now, because you want your ego to be a friend. It's a mechanism of being human. You want that ego to rise and keep you safe. But if you've had a journey through life where you've had lots of things go wrong, and the coding that your ego will present will be exaggerated to keep you safe from situations that make you feel vulnerable, so you can have this overzealous ego that actually causes more harm than good. It's not keeping you safe, it's keeping you trapped in life. Life won't be flowing. Now, Spirit is saying we want to put a death to the over-exaggerated version of the ego and bring a more balanced king forward than our King of Wands here. And here, look at this. We want to talk about this. We want to be able to express healthy ideas. This is in motion. As this energy catalyzes for divine feminine, this energy is catalyzing for divine masculine. I just see this as a balancing of our ego energies. And, you know, the wands are in the air for that one. This is action. The mechanisms are in place for this to turn. What have we got in the next layer? The push from the universe. See, we don't necessarily know what happens under the energy of the moon, but I was literally opening this reading with the energy of the moon is now in Sagittarius, right? And if we want to get ourselves out of an over-exaggerated ego, and the energy is on its way, will it manifest under the new moon? Is this where we get absolute clarity? on what it is that we feel trapped about. What is it that we feel like we're down on our luck or life isn't flowing? Like this energy is affecting us all. Where do we want to broaden our horizons, and how will this new moon energy, bring understand? Look at this. The Ace of Swords is all about focus, clarity, understanding. There's no bullshit with the Ace of Swords. It just cuts away the crap. And here our page is wielding the sword and going, I want to communicate my truth and my ideals. I want to broaden my horizons. I want to be free of any drama, any mental drama. I want to have a more positive mindset. I want to go after the life of my dreams. And it feels like this energy will be triggering with that new moon energy to bring, sharper focus and understanding and better conversations. You've both got the Page of Swords sort of existing, though on different levels, different energy levels, but it's there. Now, what we've got in the main read, the push from the universe, is they want. Look at this. I think King of Swords has come out a little bit relentlessly in readings I'm doing lately in pushing divine masculine to talk. But how is he showing up? He's going, no, I'm going to sit in resistance. I'm going to continue to put up barriers and cause friction and resistance, and I'm not going to communicate. The push from the universe is that, I want to talk, but I don't know what I should be talking about. There's conflict, there's friction, there's disruption to my process. I don't know how to get the words out that I'm being pushed to speak. In the soul space, look at this. You've got two wands here, right? Choice A, choice B. And it's like going, I know what I want to say, but I don't know if I should say it. It's like, it's literally, because that's what these two energies really represent. Two choices, don't they? Here you've got choice A and choice B, and the soul is having some kind of battle over what to do. The push from the universe is open your mouth and speak. But how are you showing up? You're showing up with a whole bunch of friction and a whole bunch of conflict, none of which is getting you to the desire, which is your challenge, to actually be happy, right? None of it is actually getting you the Nine of Cups. It leaves you sitting in a place where the Nine of Cups is a challenge, or you can't get your wishes fulfilled. It's a challenge to get your wishes fulfilled, and the universe goes, then you're going to come off looking fake. You're going to come off looking like a liar. Are you going to tell lies to people? Is this energy showing people, are you just putting on a fake facade? Are you telling lies? Are you being openly deceitful? The likely outcome, though, look at this, is the world. You're not going to be allowed to get away with being deceitful. You're not going to get away with ignoring the blessings that the universe wants to rain down on you. The universe wants you to move into higher levels of understanding. If you want to deny that, if you want to deny that energy and you want to go, I'm just going to continue to, and this is the advice from Spirit. The advice from Spirit is, I can see that you're lying. I can tell that you're lying. I can tell you're not telling the truth about your scenario. So I'm going to send in catalyst energies to stir you up. Let's see how you want to feel about those things. Are you going to tell the truth about, or is it just going to cause conflict? This is an interesting read, isn't it? Holy dooly. Holy dooly. Because the whole construct, look at this. If you're going to lie to Spirit, man, they're going to take you down. And not that that's a nice thing, but it does. It's like it's going to, you're going to sit in conflict. If you don't allow Spirit to move you and to rate and to guide you into the, to be able, they want to give you the world. Divine Masculine, they want to give you the world. And this, it's been a very, very turbulent time since that last eclipse. And you might be feeling like, I'm trapped, I'm out of luck, and life isn't flowing. Stop resisting the truth. Open up your mouth and speak about what you want to say and take action on it, because the universe wants to deliver you into the world. Oh, it's a meaty read, isn't it? Righto, let's have a look at the next level. Divine Masculine. If you could talk to Divine Feminine and give her a message, what is it? What would you say? Divine Masculine message, or how do that? No, I'm going to keep it that way. Divine Masculine message to Divine Feminine. What do we end up with as a message from the masculine to the feminine? Well, let's turn. Well, Maybe that's meant to come in upside down, because look, you've got the Four of Cups, and remember I was saying in here, you're letting life flow, right? You're letting life flow. The universe wants, wants to have a message of God. We want life to flow, and Divine Masculine saying, I can't respond to the message of just letting energy flow. I can't. Divine Feminine, I can't just let life flow. Let's have a look at the how you're showing up. Essentially, oh, Wheel of Fortune. Right. Okay. Let's keep going. Three of Pentacles. We have got the Knight of Swords. We have got the Ten of Cups upside down. That's so interesting, because I'm had all these cards the right way up, but when Spirit wants to read reversals, let's read reversals. Okay, so the message I want to tell you, Divine Feminine, is I don't feel like life is flowing for me right now, but what I really want to do is have a 180 on this. It's the same message you were getting, Divine Feminine. There's a 180 coming, and Divine Masculine is going, I want this 180 for you. I want life to flow. I want life to feel amazing. In my soul space, I know that this journey and our mission and things that are important to us, I know that that's the truth. Three of Pentacles is choosing a task and going after it. I watch you, Divine Feminine, and I know that you've done all that you can do on this journey to be on mission. Your soul space is lit for the twin flame journey, and I know that you're waiting for something to change, something to give, that you just want life to flow. I know that the challenge is the way we communicate, right? Knight of Swords, we just can't seem to speak to each other on the same level, and I feel like our blessings are gone. I feel like we've lost our blessings, like the Ten of Cups is not available to us anymore. But what I really want for you right now is for you to be able to heal and to grow and to move into an energy where you're looking after yourself and you go after your dreams. I want you to have everything that you want in this life. I want you to have the Ten of Cups. I want you to have life flowing. I want you to have your fortunes change, because I know how passionately driven you are by this mission and everything that comes with it. And I watch you learn, I watch you grow, I watch you move, I watch you ascend, and now I want to watch you heal. I want to watch you be happy. I want to see everything that you want come your way. And I know that you feel like all your blessings are gone right now and that you just can't see the way forward. But also, under this new energy, I know that you're going to be able to heal and rise and be able to see a brand new day where you have a victory over everything that you've been through. Keep pushing, Divine Feminine. Keep pushing. Righto, let's have a look at some Divine Love Oracle and see what we've got. Divine Feminine, what have we got for you first? See what we've got. Righto, let's have a look. Some rest. Oh, look, and see, look, Divine Masculine said to you, I want you to take some time to heal. I want you to take this time to heal. Oh, missing pieces, Divine Masculine. And for the connection, the Quantum Sea. Gee, that's an interesting little read, isn't it? Here, Divine Feminine. Look, it does. Like, this journey can truly leave you feeling like you've got so many friction points and going, I need a break from the doctrine of twin flames. I don't want to feel trapped. I don't want to feel out of luck. I want life to flow. I want to broaden my horizons, but I'm freaking exhausted from it. And I said to you, I opened this reading going, sometimes I just lay down and cry. I just let it happen. If that emotion rises and I go, oh, I'm feeling stuck by the doctrine of twin flames and everything, like all the pushes that have been against us this year. It's just been a wild ride, and it's torn apart the most unlikely of scenarios, and it's rebuilt different ones. And now Spirit is saying, Divine Feminine, I'm going to send a catalyst in, and like honestly, my heart just goes, oh, I just need a break. I just want to rest. So I get why this energy is here, and it's like, we're not going to be able to rest for too long though, Divine Feminine, because the next chapter is designed to broaden, expand, be busy, and tackle our dreams. We're going to go after it with our mindset wide open, positive, self-care at the focus, and we are all about the inner connection. So if scenarios arise, you might have a person come in, you might have a scenario come in, but there's a catalyst energy on the way, Divine Feminine, and right now is a time to rest, because as of the 23rd, 24th-ish, this energy shifts again. We're going to have that expansion occur, and it is the perfect time to go after your dream. So have a rest, because the next chapter is game on. Missing pieces, Divine Masculine, we know you're missing pieces. And look, it's the Divine Feminine, right? Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, they go together. And it's funny, I was like driving along this morning, and I was going, as much joy as the connection brings, I'm actually really tired. I'm really tired of constantly having to manage square pegs and round holes, right? This is the opposite. No, square holes and round pegs. It's like, this is the thing, is going, to have that alignment, you want to feel like this energy merges rather seamlessly. And at the moment, it's feeling like it isn't flowing. So it's like, I don't know if you're anything like me, Divine Feminine, but I have fully pulled my energy back to myself. Fully pulled it back to myself, and as much as I can, I'm letting go and letting the divine move this energy the way it needs to, without attachment to any outcomes whatsoever. I'm surrendered to the process. Whatever catalyst energy comes my way, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to broaden my horizon. I'm ready to not feel trapped, not feel out of luck, or not feel like life isn't flowing. I don't want to constantly be squishing this idea, round pegs and square holes, and going, I don't want to make those level of sacrifices from, moving out of this energy. So my energy has really pulled back. I'm not exerting energy into the connection like I once did. And maybe Divine Masculine is feeling this, going, I feel all of the energy has been pulled out, and now I've got missing pieces that you used to feel. The quantum C is massively important in that scenario, because it is where we are manifesting the next chapter from. Now, Jupiter going direct through Pisces means that whatever is sitting in the quantum sea, whatever your desires are, it already exists. It already exists in this quantum sea of latent potential. What are you going to focus on, Divine Feminine? Are you going to focus all of your energy on going, I need to chase this connection into the ground? Or are we going to focus on pulling our energy back into the mission? This is what I'm suggesting, is going, do your dreams connected to your mission? Are they connected to your mission? You've got to figure this stuff out. That's your inner connection with the divine. This is the moment to pour that energy out onto the quantum sea, because you're with the influence of Jupiter and the new moon in Sagittarius, and the dates that all of these are falling on, you will not have a better opportunity than this to lay the foundations of what you want to go after. Like, this is go time. What do you want? What do you want life to look like? And you can use this energy to throw it all. You can send it all this way and fill all the gaps for the Divine Masculine. That's your option. That's your choice. But my suggestion is that this catalyst energy is going to help you figure out what it is that you are meant to build out of this quantum sea. I just feel like right now, have a break from the doctrine. Have a break from, constantly going, what do I need to do to balance this connection? Because what I feel right now that we need to do is we need to go after what we want in a very, very serious way. It's going to affect your connection by default, but we kind of want it to. We kind of want it to, because if we continue to do all of the work for these connections, there's no need for Divine Masculine to turn around and do his side of the equation. So my energy is all being set for the next little bit in tackling my dreams. What is it that I want to create that is going to relieve me from feeling trapped, from feeling out of luck, or feeling that life isn't flowing? I want, more than anything, see this, where is it? This Magician card. I want my cup to be full. I don't want to keep emptying it out. I don't. I want energy to come in and energy to move out in a healthy way, not in a way that says, well, the magician goes, well, you've got this right, and this right, but I can't transform your situation because your cup is always empty. I hope that makes sense, because alchemy is a very, very specific process. You cannot turn lead into gold unless all of the elements that are involved in the process are measured and balanced in exactly the right way. The magician is not a flippant energy. I can tell you all day long, oh yay, the magician is here. Life's going to turn from lead into gold. But it doesn't necessarily play out that way when it's sitting next to an energy of judgment. We're going, all right, situation wants to transform. The Empress wants to transform and move into like have a 180 occur on life, where she's not constantly having to empty this cup in all the nurturing that she does. Divine, I'm standing at your feet and going, what do I got to do to have all of these elements work? And I'm asking you for a judgment on that scenario. The answer to that call was, I'm going to shift your scenario 180 with regards to your mission, and I'm going to send in, where is he? I'm going to send in a catalyst to affect this energy. I'd be watching out for this for Divine Feminine. I'd be looking for a catalyst energy to stir things up, whether it's a person, place, or think like, but know that it's going to come from a place that's going to affect your heart space. Our Knight of Cups, he's all about peace, love, and beauty. He's an artist. He's a poet. He writes. He's just the most beautiful Mr. Valentine's Day energy. So I'd be really looking out for this catalyst energy to come along and bring this 180 that truly, truly shows you what you want to expand and broaden in your life. That's a reading. That's a reading right there, collective. Righto, I'm going to wrap it up and say to you all, in faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.